What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be installing the MR2 seat. These seats are about 35 years old. They are in very good condition, and now they do have some wear and tear, obviously, like this you can see, which I'm gonna have to fix. It is missing the little lever right here, and you know, there is a couple faded spots. They are far from perfect, but like I said, for 35-year-old seats, they're in pretty darn good condition. Now these did come out in the 80s, and this was a popular thing to put into these trucks back in the 80s. So I know a lot of people did Prelude seats, which is probably the most popular thing. And then obviously MR2 seats were also popular, along with Celica Supra seats. Pretty much any seat that was a individual bucket seat from the 80s was a popular swap to put into these trucks, just to get rid of the bench seats. I'm going to be doing an 80s themed and period correct mini truck. I figured that would be the perfect opportunity to put some bucket seats in here and keep them old school. So I decided to go with these 80s MR2. These are out of an AW11, which is a chassis code. AW11 MR2, which I believe is the first generation MR2 that came out, and that's where you can get these seats out of. The cabs on these trucks are all the same, so you have 8 total holes to put individual bucket seats. Now when it's a bench seat like this, you only have a bolt on the outside, so you have 4 bolts total. And you can see right here, that right there is a factory hole. So I know there's a lot of people who are, you know, stressed about how they're going to put bucket seats in the truck and this and that. So if you get them out of a 720, let's say an ST model, they're directly bolt in. You just obviously remove your bucket seat, or your bench seat, my bad. Throw your bucket seats in, bolt them up, and you're good to go. No custom fab, no nothing. There is a complete mess in here. Holy crap. Just gotta get this all cleaned up. I got the seats just thrown in here just to see what it's gonna be like. Now I could delete the sliders to make them sit a little bit lower, but I think I want to keep the sliders just so everything works on these as it did from factory. So because I'm keeping that, it's going to raise the seat up about 2 inches, which is kind of fine, I guess, because they already sit lower. They're already going to sit lower to begin with than the bench seat, so that's obviously a plus. Now, I like to sit really, really low, so if in the future I ever want to sit lower for whatever reason, I could remove the rails. But I think right now I'm just going to build off of the rails, that way I could still use the rails. From center to center of where the hole is for the bolt for the seats, it's 15 inches on the factory seats. Now on the MR2 seats, it's 17 from center to center. So I have about an inch that I need to fill on each side of these holes for them to fit on these seats and to center. So what I did is I ended up getting 2-inch flat stock by 1/4 inch thick, and I think that should honestly be more than enough, since it'll line up, let's say on the, if I measure 1/2 inch in, I'll bolt it in, measure 1/2 inch right here, and it'll have an inch in between both of the holes on the offset, and it'll just be a straight shot, and I think it should be fairly simple. So I picked this up for 40 bucks at my local hardware store. So like I said, this is 2-inch thick by 1/4 inch, and this is just your basic mouth. Now I got 7 feet, which is a little over 80 inches, since 80 inches is 6.5 feet, I believe. And I measured, and I roughly need about 20 inches on each rail, and I'm gonna make 4 of them, so that's about 80 inches. So I ended up getting, I believe, like 85 inches or something like that. Now that I measured everything, I took some notes. So I just got this piece of cardboard. I cut it 2 inches thick, and then I made my marks. So like I had mentioned, 1/2 inch in, I'm gonna drill the hole for the one right here for the bolt. And then a 1/2 inch or an inch from that, another 1/2 inch from the outside in is where the other hole is going to be, that's going to bolt up to the rails on the seat. So it gives me an inch of offset. Once I did that, I just eyeballed it, bolted it up right there with the bolt, and then measured from the bend. I just bent it, you know, kind of eyeballed it, and then measured from the bend to the center of the bolt hole, which I got 15 inches from bend to center. And then I'm going to add a 1/2 inch from after the bend, just to have a little bit of extra meat on the back. And then from the bend, you can see right here, I'm going to drill from the bend down 3/4 of an inch is where I'm going to drill the center for my bolt. So it's going to be 1/2 inch from the outside, and then from the bend, from this bend, it's going to be 3/4. And then total material, it's going to be 1.5 inches. So this little piece right here is going to be 1.5 inches thick. So now we bring our notes, our tape measure, and a Sharpie, and we go and we put it on our flat stock. This is a 2-piece right here, if you can see it. It's a flat piece right now, and this piece down here. And I think it'll be a little bit more safer like this. That way I can weld the front and weld the bottom and reinforce the sides. Regardless, I'm gonna have to weld the sides just to reinforce it. And that's just kind of for my personal preference. That way I know that these things aren't going anywhere. But looking at these factory seat brackets that these factory seats come with, and these, it just amazes me that that's kind of like, you know, allowed, because they're super, super thin. Like, it's literally one riv nut right here that can just blow right off. And somehow these trucks are, you know, just cars in general are decently safe with rollovers and stuff like that. Not that this thing will probably ever go fast enough to roll over, which, you know, you never know. I just want to build it strong just so I know that in the back of my head, I know that these seats are in there and that they're not going to fly out. Now I just got to repeat this one more time on this side, and then we can go ahead and throw these in. Now nothing is welded yet, but you can get a rough idea of what it's going to look like. So the offset I was talking about earlier, you could see, so this is 2 inches thick, and the offset is 1 inch from one hole to the other. You can see the hole right here. So for this to be centered, I would have to measure from the outside 1/2 inch in and mark the hole to drill that. I do, however, like the position. I like how low it sits. Now, it doesn't sit like extremely low, but I would say that it sits about 2 inches lower, at least where your butt goes from the bench seat, because the bench seat kind of goes up like this, whereas this seat kind of tucks you in. It's coming out pretty good. You can see I have it in there now. I still need to pull it all back apart, weld it up, and then do a final bolt on. I got the 2 seat rails made up. Now I did end up welding them over here, so those are good to go. Another thing I did is, you could see that it has this little lump. So I did end up hammering this. You could see right there. I just whacked it a couple times, maybe like 3 times with the hammer, and it just bent it slightly down just because of the way this angle is. Now I just have to make one for the passenger side over here, and then we should be ready to bolt them in. Since this is the outside of the seat, they have this little 90 edge, whereas you can see this is the 90 on this one. On this side it doesn't have it. This is the driver's seat, this is the passenger seat. So what I had to do to the brackets is I had to notch them out a little bit. You can see right there. So I think that this will, one, look a little better than notching it over here or cutting all this off and having a flat piece. I think it looks a little nicer to have that there. Plus, look at that. So I just have to put the bolts in right here and then measure 1/2 inch over here. Make sure I get that one centered, and then we can get this one bolted up, and hopefully they're good and I can set the seat back in, because once I tack those pieces, then I could bring them outside, weld them, paint them, get rid of all these edges. Now I got the seat in there. I already sat in it. It's straight. Measured everything. Nice and good. So now we're going to come down here, and right here, I'm just going to tack it on the outside and on the inside, and I'm going to remove it. Same on the other side. I'm going to tack that. Then I'm going to remove it, and then I'm going to weld it. Brackets are now done. They're all cleaned up. Now I just got to put some fresh paint on there. But these are the welds right there. A little ugly, but that's okay. Now I'm just gonna paint them up real quick just so they don't rust. Now they already have some sort of coating on them that won't let them rust, but right here where the burrs were from drilling the holes, I just hit it with a flap disc real quick just to deburr it. And now that's bare metal, so now that's gonna rust. Plus, I'd rather have these a nice matte black or just some sort of black rather than the gray color that they are. I got the seat rails all painted up. Now they are nice and coated, so now hopefully they won't rust and they will look obviously a lot better. So now I just gotta throw these onto the seats, and then I can throw the seats into the truck. So the seats are all in. I just gotta put the side covers on, but other than that, these things are in there and they are super sturdy. Now if you look, they do have a little bit of wiggle, but that's all on the seat itself. Now I kicked these things, I did a bunch of tests, and this bottom piece doesn't flex at all, but the seat itself from about here up flexes a bunch. So that's just the factory seat. You know, I can't really do that unless I add some gussets and strengthen it up. But I mean, if it's like that from factory, then I guess it should be fine. Now the bases are extremely sturdy, so obviously those are way stronger than the seat itself. I'm just gonna give it a kick test just so you guys can see how freaking strong it is. Now obviously, if I can kick this thing and it doesn't wiggle around, then obviously it's super sturdy. Now like I said, the top is, you can see where it flexes from, so that's not on me. My seat rails are strong, the seat isn't. I got both of them in here, and I like the way they came out. It actually fits very nice, and now I have a lot of space in my center console to put a cup holder or whatnot, so I'm very pumped on the way they came out. Plus it's an 80s thing, so they definitely look retro and they definitely look sick. Not only that, but are these seats extremely comfortable. So I'm super happy with the way it came out. If you guys have any questions on putting seat rails or doing anything like this, definitely comment down in the comment section below or DM me on Instagram, which are mostly active. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully found it useful. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.